The peace brought by the Maestro's fall was tenuous, and not without its own follies. Free the Maestro's hand, the Collector continued his game, bringing more champions into the contest. And with more champions came more conflict. Old rivalries, unsettled hatreds, and long-standing foes permeated the battle realm. It would be two of the most notable heroes of their time, Captain Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, who would spark one of the battle realm's largest and most caustic battles. The rift between the two drove deeper than their own friendship, dividing those close to them on an ideological front, those that would seek to win the contest and those who sought to escape it. As both factions started to mobilize their own plots, it wasn't long before they began to butt heads. Soon they saw each other as the greater threat than the Elder of the Universe who had put them there in the first place. All-out combat sparked across the battle realm. In many ways, the Maestro's ideal realized after his time. In short order, the summoners themselves became party to the events, choosing sides, as the champions did, and ratcheting up the intensity of the burgeoning war. However, a faint spark of hope created an opportunity to shift the tide. The Falcon and T'Challa, both lieutenants to their respective leaders, they had lost faith in the conflict and feared their old friends had become corrupted by their own singular focus. Working together with several summoners and other defectors, the band sought to find a single entity capable of stopping the two warmongers. The Civil Warrior, a version of Steve Rogers who had fought in a devastating alternate version of the Civil War that had taken the life of Tony Stark by his own hand. Snapped from a grieving reverie by the encouragement and belief of his allies, the Civil Warrior gathered his courage and presented himself to the leaders of the conflict, hoping to reach them with words in this most desperate hour. When they would not hear him, it would be up to the summoner and the Civil Warrior to bring an end, once and for all, to the war. Again, the language of the battle realm most used to settle conflict would be the battle itself. The Collector then found his opportunity to strike. The champions, all weakened and amassed in one location, were returned to crystalline prisons. Greater threats yet loomed for the Elder of the Universe, and he would need every weapon in his arsenal to combat them.